That 2 years ago, I had a pretty shit experience with the Ausländerbehörde, which is the immigration office in Germany. And I think what really stuck out to me was, even though I did everything right and I booked my appointment 6 months in advance, when I get to the appointment, there is some confusion about one of my documents. And as any normal person would, I tried to get some help. I tried to find an immigration lawyer who could help me. And this probably was the scariest experience of my life, because just to give you some perspective, if you are in a legal limbo with the Ausländerbehörde, you can't access healthcare, you can't earn any money, and you can't leave the country. So after, being on this planet for more than 28 years, I had never felt so powerless and so indignified ever before, and for something that I didn't do wrong. And in order to get help, I reach out to a lot of immigration lawyers, and often I found it incredibly hard to first get a response from somebody, and second, I remember getting an email from one of the lawyers who said if I wanted him to get back on my email, then I should transfer 125 euros to this bank account. And
just for an email?
Yeah, to respond to my email. And
oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God, this is such a horrible thing. And of course, I don't know if you know this, but at least in Berlin, you can't write an email to the Ausländerbehörde anymore. You can only fill a contact form. And I was really surprised that this happened to me, right? I mean, I'm entrepreneurial, I'm educated, I'm contributing. How can this happen to me? And I remember going on Facebook. I found this Facebook group. It was called Problems with the Ausländerbehörde, and it had 10,000 people on it.
Oh my goodness.
And I remember, after that experience, like when I would travel in Europe, I heard that people in Spain had the same problem, or people in the UK had the same problem, or, Portugal. We kept hearing more and more. And I think it wasn't really like a very experience of a particular nationality. I think it was an experience of all of humanity. Like these stories would be, people from the United States to Taiwan to India, to Serbia, who are not a part of EU and are now applying for residency. And honestly, I was really shook by that experience. And I think the same, I can now call it and acknowledge it, the same privilege that I had felt, which is why I was so affected that how can this happen to me? The same privilege, when I looked at that this was happening to millions of people, turned into a responsibility. And in Deutsch we say, kann, then muss, which is if you can, you must. And I felt because I was entrepreneurial, because I was educated, I had the responsibility to do something about it.
That's
and not live with this indignity. And yeah, I think in short, that's why we're here. Why are you here?